Welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all, I was gonna make my bed. I just got up because this little dude, he was in my lap sleeping and I eased out and I didn't want to wake him. I've got some chill music going and I'm going to be talking with you guys about my planner update. This is the vibe. It's super early in the morning. Before my daughter wakes up is the best time. I'm getting a candle for this. But, yeah, so let's get some coffee and get started. Hi, everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. It's very early where I live. I have woken up early because I literally slept pretty much all day. My daughter was sick at home, and I guess it's just a bug. We got her checked and everything. But, you guys, the world is so stressful right now, and I get that, and I just want y'all to know that you're strong, you're brave, and you're very much loved. Remember that even if you're not a Christian or believe in God, just remember that there is something bigger than yourself and definitely watching over you. And when you're very much loved, more than you know. But with that being said, I'm excited it's fall. Fall is my favorite time of year. I love quiet mornings, coffee, which I did go ahead and get my coffee. This mug my daughter gave me, it was a present. I like more teacups than anything, but she gave it to me, so I love it. Plus I can get a lot of coffee in there. So I wanted to update you guys on what's going on. I made a post on my Instagram saying I'm done with rings. I think that was just that was definitely out of frustration of not finding a happy place in rings. But that's also a lie as well, because rings were my ride or die, and I do love them. It's just that bound books make more sense to me right now. So I wanted to give you an update of what I'm going to do. 2021 is on its way here. It's just around the corner, and I pray things get much better during that year. If not, I need to be prepared to pretty much like be a boss. All right, just take on the days and life as is and just rock it the best I know how, being the best mom I can be, being the best worker I can be, being the best Christian I can be. So what I've decided to do is not say goodbye to rings altogether, but to actually give them a fair chance again and find a combination that works for me. Now, right now, I'm still in my A6 Staology. I love it as a personal planner. I'm using it also as a wallet. It's just my ride or die. It's everything I need on the go. And we will be setting up. I'm going to do a video about tracking. This is not the video, but a lovely kitten asked me about my tracking, and I've been tracking for years now and found exactly what works for me. So I was going to talk about that and how I set it up and why. This week has been very basic, and I love a very basic look too, as you see. To me, this is extremely functional and pretty. Today's Saturday, and I even set up next week. I love this layout. Now I do all my detailed planning, like scheduling and weekly planning and things like that, will be done in rings for now. Okay, I also wanted to say I do have an inbox in here, but for me it's kind of it's like my on the go inbox. I'm actually going to move this card, as much as I like it. I'm going to move this card out of the way and put it in my personal ring. So let me show y'all something. I went ahead, I'm starting to set up my personal rings. This is the plant, this is the undyed in it. Yes, it has damage, but I've actually grown to like the damage on here. It tells a story. But anyway, so it's not damaged to me. This used to be super light. You can tell just from the inside. This is the rings planner, personal size rings planner I will be keeping no matter what. It was my first Gillio, and it's gonna stay that way. If I end up selling any of my planners, it will not be this one. This is definitely my favorite out of all my Gilios. But the reason why I'm saying that is because one of my goals for 2021 is to find what works, what I like, and I like switching sizes and things like that. So I keep one of every, like one of each size or something that I have, just truly find what I love. That's going to be hard because I have quite the collection. But in this planner, I've already set up part 2021 is being set up in here. I'm also going to be setting up an A5, and I'll explain that in a minute. And if I enjoy, I know I'll like A5 because I've done A5 before. It's what I started with, and I really enjoy A5, and I don't mind carrying it around in my hand either. It doesn't have to fit in my bag at all. It looks good against my body because I'm a larger girl, and it just makes sense, you know. And to me, it's a workhorse. It can do work in my entire life. I'll get into that in a second. But I have this guy I'm starting to set up. It's not completed by any means, and especially not decorative wise. But I am going to be using it. It's comfortable. I think I'm going to stick with Staology as my daily planning. But I've got an inbox here, which is super important to me. I have to decide if I want it on the back of this. I always carry extra tabs like this just in case, and it's within the theme. Now this is a very simple setup, you guys. It's not one of the main details that I've learned about my style of planning is that I need to keep it fairly simple. Having very complicated inserts throws me off and actually gives me stress. So I don't need that, right? I don't need that in my life. My planning should be fun and functional, okay? So I like some complicated inserts, but in my planner, you'll mostly find blank pages, line paper, dot grid, that kind of thing. So I can be creative. That's why I love my Staology so much, because I can do that in here. I can do whatever I want, and that's part of my love and affection for this. So this is my everyday carry everywhere. Like this is, like I said, my wallet. So this is, I really enjoy this size too. I don't like A6 rings, but I like it as a Staology. It's fantastic. And this is a Gilio cover, so of course I'm in love. But yeah, I'm just very happy in this. But I also enjoy being a little more detailed, and I need a place where I can be extremely functional, if that makes any sense. My A6 rings makes complete sense to me, but sometimes I need to break things down into their proper categories and things like that. And even my inbox, I enjoy having a little more structure. That's the word, structure. So far I've got this in my inbox is going to consist of multiple pages, but because my brain works as a categorized list, this is just, it works for me. And I also love personal size. I always have, but so these are things that need to get done. It's broken down in home, personal, someday maybe, waiting on, and planner. So any thoughts or anything can go here. Now I also have this section where if I need to brain dump, I can. More than likely that will be done in here, but I have that in here as well. And then I have a, inbox index. Basically the things that I end up completing on my list will go here if it's not, you know, something that can be directly quickly completed. Pretty much my next action, if it's not like a next action or whatnot. So this is broken down in projects, calendar, this week's schedule, and reference. These are the sections of my planner pretty much. And basically any bigger task or project or piece of information, notes, whatever that are important will go here, and then I have it in its category so I can go to it and know where it's at. because one of the issues that I've had in the past is losing, kind of like just randomly having my information in random places, and that's the only con about doing things this way. Although I kind of enjoy actually, let me rephrase, I thoroughly enjoy flipping through my pages, so it never really bothered me too much. But there's times where I need to be more professional, if that makes sense. I own my own business. I work in a professional setting. So this is a lot more professional than, let's say, my book. You know what does that make sense? So this is what that's what this is for. And then I have a to buy categorized list. So basically things that I want to buy for projects and stuff. And I have it broken down into the zones of my home: front room, outdoor kitchen, my home cafe, my room, my bathroom. Things I want to buy for whatever projects, home projects, I put here so I can manage my money properly and figure out what I want to do first. Now I need a candle I want a bunch of candlesticks. I've recently found my style. Like, I've always had a style. I didn't know, let me rephrase that. I've recently found a title to my style. I didn't know that I had a specific category of style. I've just always been like this my entire life, but apparently dark academia is very much like what my style has been throughout my entire life. Just very vintage. We're talking about 1800s type. I love natural fibers, colors, candles. I love to read. I love anything. I like to learn, books, writing, art, all that stuff. Very much fall-esque vibes all year round. That's very me. So I want to like play up on that because I have all the natural, like I already have furniture that falls in that category. And it's just, I guess it's my aesthetic without me truly knowing what it was all these years. But anyway, so I'm excited to kind of tie that throughout, make sure I can like play up on it. So this section, like I said, is part of my inbox as well. It's a quick note, any like quick ideas. I don't like calling it a brain dump, but it's basically any thoughts or anything. If I don't have my A6, will go here. And I will say recently I've been wanting my A6 to be a little neater. You can see like where I've transitioned into that. And then this week I just went straight into just being like, and there's my tracking. That's in my Summer's Touch insert. I need to talk about this too because I will have a tracking video, don't worry. See, I've been more into a little more structure, I guess, in here. So anyway, so pretty much brain dumps or quick notes. I'm a little iffy about doing that in my planner, but that's why I put the back pages, a couple of back pages for that purpose, but I haven't even used them. So all right, so the next section, and like I said, this is not completed at all. I actually have inserts that I have not printed for this. I need to, but I wanted to share with you where my thought process is because this is a journey for 2021. This is my project section. So I've got some cloth and paper. I don't know what they called these, I guess note pages, but I'm using this as project, breaking down projects. So this is going to be filled up quite a bit as the week goes on. And then this ties into this fella up here that I was just mentioning. This guy, nope. Yeah, this guy pretty much ties into my project section, but my next section is calendar. I use the same calendar all year round, so I pretty much purchase one calendar and then stick with it. That is something that's been consistent through the years, is basically I need a whole year's worth of calendar in my personal size rings. That's something that stayed consistent for whatever reason. I do have like babies off of this. For example, for my A6, I have just like a that I used my pocket planner for a little while there, that for a couple months, that I really enjoyed. I ended up having a baby of a perpetual calendar, so I can do quick things like that, but it always ends up on, in this case in my A6, on the main calendar of the month, and in here, which has been like that, you can see all year it's been like that. So I do this because I have scheduled things way far in advance. That's something that I've always done and always will do. It makes sense to me. I am a planner. I need to have things like ready, prepared. One of my biggest fears is to not be prepared. But anyway, so that's why I'm setting up a ring planner, whether I decide to go into A5 or personal. I think I'll just keep both set up. I'll explain that to you in a minute. But basically, I'm doing this so I can have a full year's of inserts in these planners. So I'm able to pre-plan like an MFer, and then I'm also gonna set up a 5-year plan, and I'm gonna have to get more serious about just life in general, I guess. I've kind of been coasting by doing well, but coasting and not really trying too hard on getting the things I want in my life. And my wants and needs have changed too. So, okay, tracking. Now, I've decided the way that I'm setting up my planning in here is very similar to how I do it in my A6. So I actually have my monthly tracking in the front, and then it's details and mood changes. And then I have the monthly like basic schedule. So like the schedule is just an overall schedule. It's what do you call it? I don't know what my brain is early, y'all. It's everybody's, my husband's, mine, and daughter's, like things that are pretty much set in stone. And then a weekly that you all know, if you've watched me, this is my favorite weekly. I use it in all my planners. I've tried other weeklies that I really enjoyed, but I always come back to this. It's simple, and I'm just gonna stick with it because it works. So this is where I'll be doing my meal planning, and this is not something I do in my A6 at all. That I do all meal planning, all my scheduling and future planning, and just detailed planning, categorized lists, all that will be in rings. Okay, that's why this is important, and that's what I've been missing with my Staology, is all having these particular things organized and categorized. It helps so much. Daily is better in my Staology, or Staology, however you want to say it. Anyway, so I have a few weeks printed. Now, the next part, these are some daily inserts. This is probably going to come out because, like I said, like I mentioned, I use my A6. I'm very happy with that. But if I do decide to go full on rings again, because I may, I jump around. I'm not gonna lie, I jump around. But these came from my summer touch. It's a collab that she did with someone. I'll have to get all the information. But it has the month you can circle, the day, and then you can write in the date, and then you have your weather, and then like it breaks things down into different categories. I really like this. So I'm gonna print off some more of these. And these are going to be the type of dailies I keep in here. So if I need to break down my day, because I'm a visual person, the icons are really fun for me. So that is something I'm going to keep in here. So if I really want to break down my day, or just focus on a more detailed day, this is what I'll be using. And these are ones I made myself. I pretty much stamped the spiral decks. I love these a lot. These were a lot of fun to use. So I have these in here just in case I want to do that one day. Then I have the Time Peanuts Planner Co. And I actually have my Summer Touch dailies that I really like as well, that I want to print out for this planner. But again, I don't know if I'll be doing much daily planning in here, but it's good to have in here if I feel like it. Which brings me to my next section though. This is like a detailed scheduling book for my life. Basically this is going to be work based. And like I mentioned, I'm setting up an A5 too, and it's going to be set up just like this. I know that sounds crazy, but it's what I want to do, and I'll explain the A5 in a minute. But basically, I have productivity and prioritize, and then I'll have a list of what that will look like. But I'm actually printing out the whole year of my Summer's Touch Foxinichi, Foinichi, I can't say. Anyway, her version of, I guess, the Hobonichi. But I've got the whole year. For some reason, my computer didn't register like the rest of the year for 2021. So all this is 2021. And I wanted to go ahead and have 2021's calendars, like this type of calendar scheduled layout for the entire year, because I do own a business and all that junk. It's nice to be able to have something I can really break down and pre-plan, and I've always loved this type of layout. So I went ahead and used Peanuts Planner Co's, which is one of my all-time favorite inserts. Y'all have seen me use this particular insert for lessons and, like I said, just scheduling for about 3 years now. Actually longer than not this insert, but this style of layout I've been using for over 7 years. So it is something that works. You'll like the calendar for a full year, and this are my ride or dies for a very long time. So this is for next week, and I wanted to set up on live. I'm going to do a live today. I'm going to set up, for next week and kind of walk through all of this again, and answer questions. But this is the schedules, just all my daily schedule, productivity, time blocking, all that. Instead of doing it on my daily, like with this, or if you see my A6, I don't do that in here anymore, because I did at one time, but I don't anymore. I found this to be a little more useful for me. Because I don't do that in here anymore, I need a spot where I can. And so this is, my plan is to do this for the entire year of 2021. So that's why this is here. And there's so many. I want the whole year in here. And that's going to be the point of my rings, is having a full year of calendars and schedules and permanent reference. So it's just, it's going to be my workhorse, and then this is like the little pony that goes in between, that sends the information in between. This section is reference, so it's just going to be any kind of fun notes. I'm going to have an updated planner routine. I've got the conversions or whatever in laundry. Actually, this has come in handy. Then I've got a password tracker I'm going to update. I have a portable one in my A6. Contact, I'm actually going to put my most important contacts in here, because if my phone dies or something, I really need to have something like that. And then just note pages. Like I said, it's a fairly simple setup. It's not too intense, but my A5 will be set up pretty much just like this. So let's talk about the A5. I have not touched too much of this. I love A5 size. It's amazing. You just being able to fit your paperwork and everything like that in here is very appealing to me. And I actually use an A5 Staology for work. So the idea of this is to do all this stuff in here, plus just sticking the Staology notebook in here. I guess it would go in the front like this, or just stick it in the back. These are fairly large rings. I don't feel I need huge rings, but then again, I am putting a whole year's worth of calendar and schedule in here and note pages. So I've got some inserts already, some by my Summer's Touch. I'm trying not to spend money if I can help it. Does that make sense? But yeah, I'm going to use what I have. I got even future appointments, which is useful. And with my daughter's stuff, my daughter's life is changing, and there's a lot going on right now. So not negative, positive, but I'm going to have to keep up with that stuff. And I find this size is really great for that. I have room to write, and let's be honest, this is a very professional looking binder. You know what I mean? If I keep it very neat and stuff, this is a perfect binder to take on meetings and stuff, even for work. So I'm really leaning towards A5 size. Now you can see that I do have used this, and I really enjoy this size. Now these are my Summer's Touch weekly week on one page, but it has like grid too. I love that, so I'm probably going to continue using these. I'm going to use, excuse me, I'm going to use these, but she's also given me these, the Folks Nietzsche, the schedule that you saw. So I'm going to print those, and then the rest of this is just note paper. I mean, a mixture between Kiki K, Filofax, notepaper. And a friend of mine made me this years ago, and I will never get rid of it. It's so cute. I mean, I used to use an A5, like, consecutively. So yeah, this is going to be so, I'm really excited about setting this up, actually. I'm really pumped about this. I've sold one of my favorite A5s, and I wish I hadn't now, but, it's okay. I really want to purchase like a Gilio or a Vanderspec A5 if this works out well, and I know it will. I just know it will. So that's the update of my planners, you guys. So today on live, if you want to see kind of what I end up doing and just having a fun hangout and chit chat, I'm going to go live and like set up. I really want to set up the A5. I'm just like, see, this is why I do videos, y'all. You think it's for information for you guys? No, it's for me. I can talk through all my thoughts and everything and figure out what it is I want to do. And I'm really inspired to set up my A5 so much. I really miss having a big book to carry around. I know that's weird. Now, if I do an A5, I'm so madly in love with this right now. I don't see myself coming out of this anytime soon. Just as my everyday carry / wallet. Like, this has been really amazing, and I really like it. I'm gonna at least finish this booklet, and it may be until December, so we'll see how that happens. I say one thing and it never happens, but I really do love this. And I bought the cover for this A6 because I had to use it first for a little bit, and then I realized I really did want to invest in a cover. So anyway, I hope you guys join me on live today. I'm actually going to start it here in a few minutes once I get all the A5 inserts kind of printed out. And until next time, you guys, thanks for watching. Bye!